All the answers to all the questions that were keeping me up at night, I was finding the answers in the Bible. I started to read it every single day. And after that, I started to pick up other books. And in 3 years, I read 150 books and it transformed my life. In 3 years, I worked on myself a little bit each day and it transformed my life. It was me, my spiritual belief, my study, and me having this want to just work on myself and better myself. That's how I was able to change. We talked about earlier, some people we just don't know. Like, you can't down people for what they don't know. You don't know what they've been through. But one thing I did know, and one thing that I did take with me outside of prison that did happen when I was in solitary, was a growth mindset. So I got out of prison feeling confident within myself that no matter what I had to go do, what I had to face, that I was going to be able to accomplish it. I approached everything with that. If I was able to transform my life, I know that I can go figure out how to get a job. I know I could figure out how to go make an impact in the world and live my purpose and do what I was put on this earth to do. I knew I would be able to figure it out. So I approached everything in that way. And so people think that, like, you got to go through these huge, dramatic changes to make an impact and to do things different. No, it's the consistent, small actions over time. That's where the power is. Success leaves clues. It's everywhere. This is what needs to happen. So every day you need to stick to that and work toward it. And you are guaranteed to grow and become better. And that's the same thing as a company, right? As a family, as an organization. If the whole organization is working to be a little bit better each and every day, you're going to grow. What do you need to listen to? What do you need to think about? Who's that person that you need to think about when it's time to get inspired and get going? Because trust me, it's going to get hard. It's going to get challenging. It's going to get tough. Everything I do, I try to challenge myself. Will tell you we took the stairs last night. He went up 16 flights. I went up 6. But it's still a challenge, right? I said, look, I'm not taking the elevator. I'm going to challenge myself. I look for opportunities for that. That's just the way I am. It's the way I'm wired. But confidence came from me stepping out of my comfort zone. It came from me saying, I'm no longer going to be a gang member. I'm no longer going to be this person causing destruction in the world. I'm going to shift that. And I don't care if I get stabbed 2 times for it. I'm going to go do that. And that gave me more confidence to be the man I am today, to pursue my dreams and goals and purpose. It's because I stepped out of the box. And I never not acknowledged my wins, no matter how small they were. Look, people come to prison. Sometimes the only thing they have to look forward to is a hot meal. That's it. Maybe they got that phone call that their family member died. They can't even go to the funeral. Maybe they just came in with a life sentence. But the one thing that they have to look forward to that could possibly make them feel good is a hot meal. So when we sat together and we're like, we're going to put our heart and soul into this, there's a certain work ethic we bring to that. 8 cents an hour, I'll do it for free to make another person's life better because I know how that feels. I know what it's like to be in there and you got this food and it's horrible and it's cold and it's not enough to even feed a kid, like how that feels. And so I'm not going to put that out there. I'm not going to produce something to somebody else that I wouldn't want, right? So that gave me a different type of drive every day when I went into work. And so I worked proudly every single day and I was in there and I was putting in extra work because I knew that I was going to have my hand in helping another man feel better that day. Maybe that's the difference between him committing suicide. You don't know, but everybody in that collective, we all had that mindset to approach it like that. Like, we're going to come in here, we're going to do our best work because we know the impact we're creating on somebody that we don't even know. And so everybody here does the same thing through their work, whether you're in sales, whether you're marketing, whether you're on the front lines, it doesn't matter. You have your hands in making another person's life better in some way. And you may not ever even see that person. Everybody wants change. Everybody says something. Everybody complains about something, right? But how many people stand up, look in the mirror, and say, what do I need to do to make a bigger difference? What do I need to do so that I can be a better person for the people that I ultimately want to influence and change and lead? What do I need to do? It's accountability. And accountability equals trust. People want to say, oh, how do you develop trust? You develop trust by saying you're going to do something and do it. You develop trust by somebody going to you asking for a favor or advice and you being somebody that they can give them that. Trust is earned. And it's all about accountability. It's all about looking in the mirror and saying, what can we do as individuals to become better?